Hi guys, this is VengeanceTech, and today we're going to do a Minecraft tutorial on my Enchanted Armor Mob Spawner. Um, this Mob Spawner, it's not about getting experience to enchant armor. This Mob Spawner is about killing the mobs and getting their armor. I'll kind of give you an idea of how this actually works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little closer here. Basically what happens is that if a mob drops from the spawner above onto this 5x5 hopper plate, if they have armor on, they don't actually die. You know, if they don't have armor, they just die and, continue. And what happens is that these guys that have armor, when you actually kill them with a sword or whatever, they have the potential to drop that armor that they're wearing, and you can collect it. Sometimes that armor is enchanted, and pretty much this is designed to separate the armored guys from the non-armored guys. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'll show you this. This is a collection room, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of harvest these guys. What happens is their drops actually fall into these hoppers and get funneled into these chests. You don't always get enchanted armor or whatever, but this is kind of what I've gotten so far out of this. And this is what I've gotten on this side. Actually, that diamond. Okay, well, this is diamond boots. Protection 1 diamond boots from a mob drop. That's kind of neat. I didn't know they actually had diamond. But anyway, I'll kind of show you the production of this thing too. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to break this chest. This is a collection chest for all the regular drops. So you can kind of see how fast this actually produces items. It actually moves pretty fast. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to build this. Kind of head over to this other area here. I've actually done quite a bit of the mock-up already. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build a 9x9 room that doesn't have a ceiling, that's 6 high. So, it's 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's 6 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what you're going to want to do is inside this building, you're going to want to set up your chest, a double chest, for the actual enchanted armor mob drops. And you're going to want to put a chest directly in the middle. This is going to be your regular items. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically create a hopper pad for collecting items from the ones that you actually kill. Just like this. So basically, it funnels all the items into this chest. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put in a ceiling in this room. And you'll get visitors every once in a while if you're doing this in creative. You probably want to put a door or something on there. But you're going to want to leave this hole right here for the mobs to actually drop down. You're going to want to do that on both sides. And you're going to want to leave this center block in the middle also open. That's going to be our funnel for just the regular mob drops. If you're going to do this, you might as well collect as much items as you can. And this chest in the center, what you're going to want to do is you want to put a hopper, and then you're going to want to actually put another chest on top of it. What this does is it makes this into like a double chest down here, where items basically feed from that chest above into this. That way you don't lose too many items. It's usually not a problem because you're just going to keep collecting items forever anyway. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a single hopper above it like this, and then you're going to you're not going to put anything right up against the wall. You're going to leave a 1 block gap, and you're going to make another layer that's 5 by 5. And then you're going to place another hopper in the center. And then what you're going to do is you're going to actually place hoppers pointing inward towards that center hopper, like that. Oops. That way it actually funnels the regular drop items from the mobs into it. And then you basically go around and you add 4 more hoppers in each corner to collect the items, that obviously land in the corners. And then you're going to actually put it in your water channels. And to do that, you're going to need some signs. Oops. And some water. You're going to put a sign there. Sign there. And put in the water. You go right in the center here. And right in the center here. And that gives you your water channels for your armored mobs that fall down into this area. And I'm going to show you how to make a real quick garbage disposal. Because what you're going to do is you're going to actually throw away a lot of items. What you do is you dig down a hole 1 block, and then in order to make it safe, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put a half slab right here. Now what that does is it makes it so you can't walk into the lava and catch yourself on fire and burn up. So this right here is the collection area. Completely built. You can put torches in and other things, but I'll show you how to build the upper part now. What you're gonna want to do, I'm using dirt here, but you can use any block, is in the center of this hopper pad you're gonna want to put a block there. Actually, we'll do this first. If you hit F3 and you look at your Y coordinate, you can see it's 76. Now you want to build your bottom layer of your mob spawner above, exactly 24 blocks above this 76. So in this case, it's going to be 100. So what I do is I'll put my dirt block in the center, and I'll pillar up until I'm at a Y of 100. Oh, one too many. And basically what I'll do is I'll build a 9 by 9 platform with the center block. And I've already built this, but I'm going to show you your dimensions. This right here is from this point to here is exactly 8 blocks, and it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I actually do is I'll put a 9th block in here. That way I can actually step it up 1 layer, and then I'll build 3 more blocks. And again, well, I'll add another block to make it 4, and then I'll step it up 1 more layer. And that gives me, my basically my big water funnel. This funnels all my mobs, to this 3 by 3 area, and it drops them, down into the mob spawner. And the next thing I do is in each of the corners, I'm going to actually put in 4 blocks. Actually, I'm going to get rid of my information screen now. Just like this. And then what I'll do is I'll add my water. So I can do that right here. And you want to basically go up against this ledge and put source blocks all the way along here. And you do this on all four corners, or I'm sorry, all four sides. And what you get is something that basically looks like this. Actually, I'm going to change the time to daytime. And basically you get your water coming to the, the very center, that 3x3 hole that you created, which is covered in dirt right now. And then the next thing you do is you're going to actually make your first layer of your spawning pads. What I do is I'll put a block here, and then I'll put a block above it, like that. All that block is doing is acting as a spacer. You're actually going to want to build your spawner pads that high. And the spawner pads that I actually use are triangular shaped. Kind of show you this. What I'll actually do first is I'll put a layer in that doesn't, well, it's not really a spawner pad, it's just more of a filler. What this does is it prevents the mobs from, spawning underneath this or crawling underneath this. Like spiders and things like that. And the spawner pad from this block right here is exactly 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you basically, fill in this triangular shape. Now, a lot of people use this type of a spawner pad. Mine's a little different. I'll kind of show you that in a second here. A lot of people will put in, half slabs or pressure plates or something to, prevent the spiders from spawning, but I don't really care. The spiders will fall through this thing no problem. They'll just, we'll just collect the string and, do whatever with it. So basically you get a spawner pad that looks like this. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to build this outer wall. And pretty much if you get it to line up with the corner of those 4 blocks that you added before, you pretty much did it right. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to complete all 4 of these triangles. And I guess I'll be right back then. Alright guys, I'm back. Pretty much when you get it to this shape right here, each layer that you actually do is going to be a repeat of this layer. So you're going to have triangles. Basically you're going to come up, another layer, and you're going to actually put, you know, another triangle down like this, and you're basically going to repeat that as many times as you want. Now this one over here actually has 5 layers, and it produces, you know, just, you know, a pretty good, you know, drop rate. So you can build as many layers as you want. You know, 1, you know, 5, 10, I don't know, anything, any number that you want. But I'm going to show you the difference, well, the magic of my controls, I guess. And what you're going to want is, well, you're going to basically want tripwires, you're going to want dispensers, and you're going to want to get some string. Now, a lot of times what you see is some, you know, redstone contraption on the outside, you know, controlling your water, but it's not really needed. Pretty much what I'll do is, on the center of each of the triangles, I'll put a dispenser. And then on top of the dispenser, I'll actually put a tripwire hook, just like this. And what this will do is, when a mob, well, trips the tripwire, he will, you know, release the water, and he'll get flushed off of this level. Now, each level is pretty much exactly the same, you know, with a dispenser and a tripwire hook on top of it. And even though you can't really see this, what I'm doing is I'm adding string, and the string is actually going to be run from one side well, actually you might be able to see it, to the other. You can kind of hear both the dispensers click when you actually trip that tripwire. And you're going to do the exact same thing on this other opposing side. Trying not to put stuff in the wrong place. Oops, got something in the wrong place right there. Oops, dang it. I just broke it in the wrong place. And that doesn't belong there. You gotta kind of be careful on your placement of things. This is really important that you actually do this right, because if you don't, it doesn't work. Can't see it. Alright, I got it. Basically, every time you walk through the tripwire, you can hear it click. You know, knowing that it activates. And then in order to actually wash items down, or mobs down I should say, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get 4 water buckets. Oops. Like this. And in order to actually set this, what you do is you go into one, you put a water bucket in there and you trip it. And then you go to the next one and you put a water bucket in that and you trip it. And then what it does is it'll actually put water on 2 of these triangles. And then on the next 2, you put the water bucket in, and when you trip it, what happens is water comes out here and it gets sucked in there. So what happens is that half of your spawner pads is going to have water on it, you know, flushing the mobs down. See that one? And this is pretty much it. What you do is you basically put a ceiling on there. You get rid of your dirt down here. This is no longer needed. Take care of this dirt real quick. Now you're basically done. other than putting a roof on this. And the first thing you're going to want to do when you put a roof on this is you're going to actually cover this water. Like this. And what I actually do is I'll actually go around this twice. It's not really necessary, but and you put a roof on the building. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video real quick and I'm going to put this roof on. I got the roof on. And then the next thing you do is you actually have to go inside here. And this is not true on all versions, but on 1.6, I don't know, maybe other versions, what you get is these lighting errors underneath. And in order to fix these lighting errors, what you basically do is you come in here and you place a block like that and you destroy it. And what happens is that the light actually refreshes. What you want to do is you want to get this area completely dark. Just by placing blocks. I really kind of wish they'd fix the lighting problem on Minecraft, but you know, it makes this a lot easier. And after you get it completely dark in here, mobs will spawn and you're pretty much done. Now, we'll kind of head back over to this one. This one is 5 levels high, and basically to do that, it's just everything's exactly the same. Just keeps going up and up and up and up. Now, you can see all the mobs spawning off. show you kind of a neat trick about, or a neat thing about the multi-layer ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a zombie here, spawn egg, and when, say, a zombie will spawn on this upper layer, trying to figure out where to spawn him here. When he spawns on this upper layer, if he spawns in like right here, what happens is that the water will actually push him off, and when he gets pushed off, say off this very end, it'll actually trigger all the water channels, or all the water things underneath him. So what happens is all the water disappears on off one side of the building and reappears on the other, and basically vice versa. If you can see that. So basically, if the more mobs you have spawning on the upper layers, the more it's going to actually trigger and flip and do other things on the lower layers. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the kind of the spawn rate of this thing. And I'll kill these guys real quick. See the items that kind of appeared there. Got an iron ingot, protection 1, whatever. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run this for 1 hour, and I'll show you the the spawn rates. If you take a look at this chest, it's actually full almost. Well, it is full. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this for an hour. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, I guess I'm just going to break this chest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take out the normal items out of these. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the enchanted armor and weapons and things like that in these chests. And replace this chest here real quick. And take out these normal items. I'm just going to keep the enchanted items. Well, I'll keep the iron too. But all these regular items, I'm just going to take out of these chests. And I'm going to let this thing go for an hour. And I'll show you the production rates. Get rid of all this excess crap that I got in my inventory. And what I'll do is I'll be back in 1 hour. Now, one thing about this is that you have to actually be on the game playing, because these guys will actually despawn, and they'll go wherever they go, and you pretty much lose it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill these guys off, and I'm going to show you what the production rate is after an hour. If you look, this is filling up pretty fast. And I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm going to show you this real quick here. Usually all the mobs actually die here on this hopper pad, but this spider here didn't, and he has kind of these swirling lines around him, so I think that's something new. Never really seen that before, but he's kind of an enchanted spider, I guess. We'll kill him off. And, well, right now I'm about an hour into this. So what I'm going to show you real quick is I'm going to do a quick harvest of these guys here. And I'll show you all the enchanted armor that I got. This will be my last harvest. Okay, and what I did here is I actually added a chest to the back of this so that you can actually see the production of this. I'm almost at an hour, and it actually filled up this chest in an hour. So, you know, just to give you an idea of the spawn rates and drops. Kill that guy too. And I'll show you the armor drops. We'll get rid of the regular items. This is after about an hour. So, if I had a double chest hooked up to both sides, it would be almost full of armor too. Kill that guy. And I kept the carrots and stuff. I'll kind of give you a scan over of what you got here. And a lot of protection, projectile protection, and a lot of different stuff. What I find kind of interesting is that some items actually have no damage on them. Like, I thought this was kind of interesting. Golden boots, protection 2, and feather falling 2, no damage on them. Projectile protection, iron leggings, no damage on them. Get rid of that one too. And if you look on this side, I got an iron helmet, no damage. A diamond chestplate, no damage. And diamond boots, no damage. You got a bow that has almost no damage. And I'm actually wearing armor also. Kind of all golden armor. But it gives you an idea of the kind of the drop rate and how well this actually works. Anyway, give you another view from the outside. Again, this is VengeanceTech, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And for the subscribers that have already subscribed, I appreciate that also. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.